Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Fallout 76 video on the channel. In the last couple of hours, Bethesda have released the latest Fallout 76 news in this week's Inside the Vault. It's not the biggest Inside the Vault update, but it's definitely something that's talking about some interesting stuff and some that sounds really exciting. Before we jump in, if you enjoy this video or find it helpful in any way, make sure to click on that like button, and if you want to see more Fallout 76 videos just like this one, then make sure to subscribe. So first up, Bethesda are bringing back the PTS next week. They're doing this to show off some of the new stuff that they're planning on adding into the game and obviously grab some feedback before they release it to the rest of us that don't have the PTS. Now the PTS will not have any of the new Steel Dawn questline, but it will be added in the coming weeks as they say, but they haven't announced the actual date yet, so stay tuned for that. A really exciting thing though, Bethesda are planning on adding in the new camp shelters feature, which I know a lot of people, including myself, are really excited for. They've also added a couple of details about them, which sounds pretty cool, so here's what they had to say. All you'll need to do is build the door to your shelter in your camp. You'll then gain access to an instanced underground location with a separate build budget from your main camp that you can build into your heart's content. First thing that stands straight out is that these shelters will not be included in your main camp budget. They'll have their own instance area where we already somewhat kind of knew this, but fingers crossed this means that they should not affect any server instability or anything like that, or at least I kind of hope. They've also said shelters will come in varying sizes, layouts and styles, and we're looking to playtest 3 different types in this upcoming version of the PTS. You can have one of each type in your camp and each will have its own budget. So straight up I'm thinking mines, I'm thinking your own vault, your own cave, maybe a bunker, who knows what else. Yes, they will no doubt add some of these into the atomic shop at some point, but since they've stated that they'll be adding 3 different types into the PTS, that makes me feel like at least 3 of these should be free to everyone. I'll be surprised if they're not, because it'd be weird to give someone something that you've then got to buy, so it should be at least free, I would have thought. Now, I don't know about you, but this sounds really exciting for me. We should get like some new really cool camp building ideas, which will like really freshen up the camp building for everyone. We should see loads of new exciting camp builds, a whole different like kind of thing to focus on. Now, not only we're going to be looking at the exterior of the camp, which everyone can see, but as well as that, you can go underground into these bunkers or caves or whatever it's going to be, and you should see something completely different. Make sure to let me know your thoughts on these. Are you excited for them? And what type of instant camps do you want to see? Get them in the comments right now. Lastly, at the end of this week's Inside the Vault, they have announced that they have been listening to the complaints and recommendations from everyone regarding One Wasteland update. Now, particularly this is about the mid-level players and their struggles against some of the enemies. Probably like players between level 50 and maybe like 80 or 90, maybe 100, who knows. Here's what they've said. We agree that the mid-game has become a bit tougher, and so we are performing a balanced pass on many mid-level creatures to help smooth out difficulty jumps in combat for these players. Not every creature needs adjustments, however, some will have their health, damage or resistances tweaked, while others will receive tuning in 2 or all 3 of those areas. I've seen a lot of negativity in the comments of my videos lately about the One Wasteland update from players around this like level area, so hopefully this will make the game more playable and enjoyable for you. I know a lot of yous, One Wasteland kind of somewhat ruined the game for you, because now you're like maybe level 60 with kind of average weapons, maybe you haven't found a good legendary weapon yet and your build isn't like all there yet, so you're going into these new locations, you've got a level 60 super mutant shooting at you and he's destroying you. So hopefully these type of things will be sorted. I don't know if super mutants will be one that's fixed, because obviously they're meant to be a kind of higher tier enemy, or at least you would have think so, considering they're a massive bloody green monster thing. But it's probably talking about the likes of, I don't know, I'm getting seeing a lot of complaints about mole rats being like level 100 coming at people and destroying them. So yeah, stuff like that more than likely. That's all for this week's latest news though. I know a lot of people, including myself, hate reading all of the details and just want the main points, so here they are. I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope it helped you out. If it did, make sure to hit that like button, and if you're new, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching and I'll catch you all next time. Bye bye.